Heisa. I made another textile book and I'm really excited about this one. I mean, I'm excited about all of them, but this one is a little bit special. So in 2020 I had a year-long daily project where I would stitch something in a circle every day. Just something small. Didn't really matter what it was. Some of it were like bigger projects where the circles sort of went together for some reason, but some of them were just random, like this one, although it's not finished, where I just filled in whatever was printed on the fabric that was in the circle. So I filled it in with embroidery stitches. And there's another one here. Some of them were a bit meh, and some of them I really like. So this one I never finished either, because this is all satin stitch following these dots on the fabric, and I just gave up. And there's this one. You can't really see the circle anymore, but I only did some of it, so that's not finished either. But this book is full of ones that I did finish. So I put one on the cover here, where I fill in the circle with some straight stitches and some lacy daisy stitches in this cloud fabric. So in this book I've just more or less randomly just put all these together. There are 48 in total here. So some of them, like these three, are again where I have filled in the fabric, the print of the fabric with stitches. Although in this case I've filled in the negative space, because the gold print on this fabric is a little bit more difficult to hand stitch through. And on this one, so some of them I more or less followed the colors of the fabric, and on some of them I just did something completely different. So that's one type of these circle stitcheries. And some of them I just drew a circle and then I just stitched something in it. So here again we have some where I followed the fabric more or less. And in some of them you almost can't see the embroidery unless you're really close to it. Like this purple one. It's almost the same color as the fabric. So again we have a couple here where I just drew a circle and just did some random stitching. I guess you could call these little mini mandalas. So these are all approximately 2 inches in diameter. And for some of them I just did a little bit of stitching. The aim of my circle project was to just do some stitching every day. It didn't have to be a lot, but I wanted to, I don't know, finish something every day. So something like this. So this was quite quick to make, so on days where I didn't have a lot of time, that was quite good. Although in 2020 I all of a sudden had more time for stitching. I guess we all know why. And here again I just drew a circle and stitched whatever came to mind. And sometimes it was as simple as just concentric circles of not running stitch, chain stitch. And here there's a little sort of wreath. And again, this one I just filled in the negative space of the fabric design. And this is another one where I tried to match the thread colors almost exactly to the fabric colors. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera that it's embroidered. And here I did some black work, and then I have some cross stitch here to follow this fabric. That was quite fun to make actually. And here I added some sequins, and again I didn't quite follow the fabric colors here, made a contrast, and the same here, using this variegated green thread on the pink. So this is very bright neon pink. I quite like this combination. I love green and pink together. So here I filled in this sort of alphabet fabric with different colors. I quite like how that turned out. So the reason why I'm so excited about this textile book is that I finally did something with all these embroideries. They've been in a drawer for 3 years. Well, maybe not quite 3 years for all of them, but... And it's fun to see them together, and I did just put them together fairly randomly. Some of them I put them together based on the fabric color. So I have like pink and a bluish, yellowish. And it's a nice reminder to myself that it doesn't have to be a big thing. That you can do a small project and that's fine. It doesn't have to be 10 inches wide. 2 inches is fine. And you can do a lot of stuff and a lot of different stuff. So even just looking at this spread here, there's like 8 different ideas going on. And this is one of my favorites. This little bird. It's so cute. And this blue and green circle fabric here is actually one of my fabric designs. And I deliberately stitched it in these warm colors because there's another version of the fabric which is warm colors, so I thought it would be fun to mix them up together. I quite like how that turned out. Maybe I should do a version of the fabric where both colorways are together. And this one I really like as well. I don't know if you can see all the different stitches that are going on. And I sort of mix or match the fabric colors to the thread colors. I like all the different textures. So there's some woven stitch, French knots, tiny little fly stitches, and there. It makes me really happy just to look at this, just to see what past me did in all these circles. I like this one as well. Using all the different colours on this Kaffe Fassett fabric. On the cover of the book, I just randomly sewed together bits of fabric that I had cut off from all the different circle stitcheries. So I'm really happy with this rather floppy fabric book. So I hope you enjoyed this little look through this book, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe while you're at it. I hope you have a great day. Happy stitching!